Well, in this video, I'm going to photograph a great waterfall in the Hudson Valley in New York State. Well, we had a ton of rain yesterday, and with a ton of rain it means that the water in the streams and brooks and rivers around here are obviously running pretty high, so I figured it'd be a good time to shoot a waterfall. So this morning I drove up to the Hudson Valley, a place called Indian Brook Falls. Not too bad a hike. I'm hoping it's fairly clear of debris and rising waters, but I'll be there in about 5 minutes probably. So whenever I'm shooting around a stream or a waterfall, I do try to wear my hip waders. Yeah, I really just need sort of wellies, the knee-high boots, but went a little overkill and got these hip waders, which at times has given me a false sense of security. Like, you just can't get in deep water with these things. You'll slip and fall, which I have done. So it protects me, but I don't take too many chances with these things on. Well, it's a good thing I wore the hip waders because this is the path, and you can see a lot of it is covered with water. Not very deep, but if I had sneakers, they'd be getting pretty wet right now. Just one quick tip. Today it's a very humid morning. So when I'm shooting on a humid day or a humid morning, when I'm driving to my location, I do not leave my camera gear in the air-conditioned car. As soon as you get out, it will fog up really quickly. So either leave the windows open or, better yet, put your camera gear in the trunk so it doesn't fog up when you get out. So there are some really good waterfalls that I photographed in New York State. My favorite was this one up in Ithaca, which required a little bit of a hike in the dark, but it was just a fantastic falls, and I got a fantastic image out of it. I also like Catterskill Falls, which is up in the Catskills. This image I had to hike in the dark, about maybe a mile or so, to try to catch this shot with the stars above. Didn't quite turn out exactly as I hoped, but it was a pretty good one. But this is a great falls I'm at now, Indian Brook Falls. It's got nice angles to it, and right now the water's flowing really nicely. You know, when you're shooting a waterfall, it's great to get that smoothing effect of the water, that silky white feel of the water coming over the rocks. You know, a lot of people think you need to have a very long exposure to do that, but this water is moving really fast. So I'm right now at about 1.6 seconds, and I'm achieving that look. I could probably go half a second, and I would still get that look. Well, I'm going to try to get out more towards the middle of the stream. I'm going to test it first to see if the rocks aren't too slippery, but I just want to be really careful. If I fall here at, 5:45 in the morning, in the middle of nowhere, no one's going to come to find me. So I'm out in the water now, and I'm just trying to find some compositions which might give me some sort of leading lines that go into the fall. So I found this little crevice in the rocks, and it's sort of working as an interest in the foreground that leads out to the falls. So I spread out my tripod legs to get down even lower, just to get a different vantage point, a different composition, to get some more interest in the foreground before getting out to the falls. Getting hot, very humid this morning. So I'm gonna try my long lens. I've got my 70 to 200 millimeter lens on now. I'm gonna try to zoom in and get some of the details of these falls. Just some really pretty white streaks coming off these rocks. Well, that was a good morning. Luckily the water was flowing really nicely, and I think I got some great shots. Hey, if you like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss future videos. And until next time.